Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I agree with the gentleman from Virginia. Continuing resolutions are a growing threat to our national security. Yet for the past 17 years, Congress has forced the Department of Defense to begin the fiscal year under a continuing resolution 13 times. Continuing resolutions are designed to temporarily fund the federal government if more time is needed to debate and finish remaining appropriations bills. However, they inhibit the Defense Department to plan for the future. Not only do they harm us and our ability to deter and defend against emerging threats, but they also put our national security in a gridlock. Supporting defense programs through prior year funding levels is wasteful and inefficient. Think about it. Are our families or businesses' needs the exact same as they were last year, the year before that? Of course not. Because as we grow and develop, our needs change. The short-term fixes of a continuing resolutions ultimately obstruct and hinder the military and its responsibility to secure our nation. The consequences of shutdown politics will ultimately compromise the Department of Defense by inhibiting our military's ability to pursue long-term projects and reforms. The Department of Defense relies upon multi-year contracts for fighter jets like the F-35, missile defense systems, and other advanced weapons. This is because contracts are usually the most cost-effective means to pay for military equipment. At Luke Air Force Base, which is in my district, I have heard repeatedly how uncertainty in the defense budget and the restrictions that come from continuing resolutions have stalled the Air Force's F-35 fighter jet program. This is not acceptable. We must change how we do business and fund our single most important responsibility in Congress, our national defense. We all agree that we must provide a common defense for our country, and we need to stop letting political grandstanding get in the way of that. We have worked too hard to begin rebuilding our military in a meaningful way to let shutdown politics put our nation at risk. While I am pleased and proud that what the House has done, that we have done our job and voted to approve both the National Defense Authorization Act and the Department of Defense's appropriation bill for fiscal year 19, our work is not done. We must work with our counterparts in the Senate to ensure these bills are signed into law. We cannot stop falling back on continuing resolutions to determine our military's defense budget. We must keep working for the men and women who put their lives at risk every day to defend our freedom. I thank my colleague from Virginia, Representative Whitman, for his commitment to our military, and I yield back.
Very good.